Hi guys, it's Arsh Ellahi. Hope you're well. It is Sunday. I think it's the Sunday, the 22nd. Yesterday is Mother's Day. Reason why I'm doing this quick video is because a few people have just asked me to give my thoughts and opinions as to what's going on in the world and Corona, and with all the latest developments that have come out on Friday in particular. As to what I'm going to do with regards to my property business. Am I going to be carrying on as normal? Am I going to be adapting? Am I going to be changing the way that I do things? So I thought I'd just do it. It's not going to be a long video, and hopefully you'll take some benefit away from this, Annie. So, admittedly, we're in a difficult time. We're in uncharted waters, and what we're finding is that we're having to adapt according to the market. But what I'm finding strange is how quickly people are actually trying to, it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction as to what they're doing. And I'm saying to them, guys, just relax. And like, for argument's sake, on Wednesday, Thursday, when the government said that they're going to give, or when the mortgage companies started saying that they're going to have 3-month payment holidays, I know so many people that literally called up their mortgage companies. Yeah, I need the 3-month mortgage payment. I said, guys, you don't need to do it yet. Relax. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know where we're going with this. We don't know what's going on with it. And I said to them, guys, okay, we don't know what our tenants are doing. We don't know, and I'm glad that I didn't take any action on Wednesday. I'm almost like what's been, if you notice, I haven't commented or I haven't said anything on anyone's status. I'm just watching, I'm just reading, I'm just observing as to what's going on. And I will react once I know what the full picture is. Far too many people are out there, as soon as they heard about the payment holiday, they're calling up their mortgage companies. But guess what, guys? That is still debt. Yes, it's not going to affect your credit record. Yes, I'm talking about the property perspective. I'm going to talk about personal perspective in a minute. From a property perspective, that yes, you are delaying your payments by 3 months, and yes, you may be helping your tenant, or are you really helping your tenant? That's a question that I've got to ask you. And the reason why I say, are you really helping your tenant, is because are you really putting them in the right frame of mind? Now, it's almost like it's a delayed payment, it's a deferred payment. They've still got to pay it, but are they going to feel the pain now, or are they going to feel the pain catching up later? Now, what I've said to all my tenants, now, one of my guys actually lost his job on Friday. So instead of me saying, you know what, don't worry about it for 3 months, what I've actually said to him is, guys, if you've lost your job, what would you do normally? And in this respect, they've gone off and claimed benefits. So I said, I'll tell you what, it's a scary time. You're not exactly sure what's going on. I got my office remotely, should I say, because that's one of the things that we are doing. We are doing a lot of things remotely. And I said to them, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get them to help you claim universal credit. So that is universal credit. So if someone loses their job, the first thing I would say to you is jump online, claim universal credit. Because worst case scenario, they're going to get the majority of their rent paid. Now, in my circumstances, one guy lost his job on Friday. The rent on his property was, it was in the studio, so the rent on it is $430 a month. Now, the local authority will pay approximately $375, $380 for that studio. Now, I said to them, guys, you've got two options. Yes, you can not pay rent for 3 months, but that means that you're tallying up pretty much the best part of £1,000 worth of debt. Or you can claim for universal credit today, and as opposed to you paying $430, you'll get $375 worth of assistance, and that's the word that I'm calling it, assistance, which means that at the end of the 3 months, instead of being £1,000 in debt to me, you could be the best part of £180, and we can work that over a period of time. Now, ask yourself the question, is it easier to pay off £180, or is it easier to pay off £1,000 plus? So these are things that you've got to take into consideration. It's about educating the people that you're housing. I think it's irresponsible for a landlord to say, you know what, okay, I'm going to take the 3-month period, I'm going to take the 3-month rent-free period, and I'm going to ask them to pay it over that longer period, because you're putting more stress on your tenants. Now, if they have lost their job, if they've taken a drop in earnings, there are lots of incentives out there to help them. Now, that's one of the things that I'm asking to do. Now, with regards to current tenants, we're working with current tenants, so we're constantly in communication with our tenants. Sorry, I've just got two monkeys here. So I've got Anya, hello. I've also got Isla, hello. So, right, okay, girls. So that's one of the things that I'm doing to assist some of my tenants. I'm not taking payment breaks. I refuse to take payment breaks. Now, as a business, the one thing that I did, I sat down with my business partner on Friday morning and I said, okay, where are we in terms of a position? So we looked at where are we from a cash position, we looked at where are we from a gearing position. The one thing that I did, which is not a knee-jerk reaction, but it's just more so, Annie, calm. So one thing that I did is that I called my relationship manager for Lloyd's, I've got a commercial facility with. I said to them, guys, I said, just out of curiosity, where are we in terms of that? And we've had a look at where we are as a position as in gearing. And in actual fact, as a portfolio, we're geared approximately 53-54%. So we're nowhere near as geared as 75% or 80 or 85% as many investors are. So one thing that I said to him is, worst case scenario, we've got quite a few unencumbered properties. I said, could we use that to our advantage? And he goes, Arsh, if he goes, you need something to cover you over the next 3 months, that's cool. So I've got that as a backup. That's my backup. So I haven't taken it. I've said, no, I'm not taking it. I've asked, what we would need to do to move that forward. And he goes, literally, I need an email. I need to know which property you want to secure it against or what we need to do. And he's told me that. So that is my backup. So we've got cash reserves in the bank. Now, if you're a property investor, if you've got no cash reserves, this may be a challenging time. And I don't fear for you, but I'm just thinking that now is time for you to start thinking outside the box. If you've got tenants that are not paying you rent, or you've been too lenient on them with saying that you're going to give them the 3-month break clause, 3-month rent holiday, that is bad advice, especially to your tenants. Work with them. If they've lost their job, work with them to go through the universal credit process so that they're not going to owe you lump sums of money and you're still going to get some income during this period, because you're still going to have to pay rent. You're still going to have to pay the mortgage and all the other outgoings. So these are things that you have to take into consideration. Now, from a personal point of view, bear with me a second, let me just lock this up. So from a personal point of view, I actually welcome, the bit of a break. And the reason why I say this is strange, because I actually went out this morning. I'm still actually in my cycling clothes. I've been out, I've done a 20-mile bike ride, solo, should I say. So I wasn't with anyone. I'm very conscious of that. And it's absolutely beautiful. The reason why I say it's absolutely beautiful, there were no cars about, there was no one out. I saw the odd cyclist, I saw a few people on their ponies, riding ponies. I thought it's absolutely beautiful. More importantly, I think that, this social cleanse that we're going through. Now, I appreciate that's a difficult time, but in actual fact, what we're actually allowing to happen is for the world to heal, or for the earth to heal. For years, for decades, we've been polluting this planet. And I think that in actual fact, giving us this respite, or where we're having to stay indoors or stay in, and actually isolate ourselves, has been a really good thing. Personally, one thing, if you notice, I haven't been on social media much. I've refrained from social media now. At a point where we're stuck indoors, it's very easy, literally, just to scroll through. I've come off it so that I don't have to keep watching people's comments on I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Use this time wisely. Now, what we've done is with kids, I found in particular, it's really tough. So what we've done is that we've decided that we're going to homeschool for the next foreseeable future. The kids' schools obviously are all closed. So we're using this time. Now, if you're a parent, I first of all sympathise with you. The reason why I sympathise with you is because this is going to be a testing time for you, whether you've got to go to work, whether you've got childcare. So these are all the things, on a personal level that people are going to have to think about, or who's going to look after the kids when you do go to work. You can't live in with grandparents because obviously they're a high risk category. So these are things that you're going to probably have to speak to your employer about. Now, from a personal point of view, we've given our employees the option to work from home if they need to. We've given our employees the option to work from home if they need to. So we've made them completely remote, and we will still carry on working as required. So one of the guys that said, it goes that some of the property guys have been liquidating their assets so they can go and buy them for anything once this ends. Now, to be fair, I'm still buying. I've got the facility to still keep on buying. And as I say, with every, where this will be the opportunity that, when the market crashes, this is where people make money. Admittedly, it depends on how aggressive you want to be with it. But yes, we will make money out of the back end of this. You've got to just ride the storm, shall we say. So going back to a personal perspective, so the kids are going to be homeschooled. We've turned what was my gym previously into now a classroom where we're not going to let the kids off the hook have 3 months holiday or 6 months holiday or however long it's going to be up until September. That's not going to happen in our household. So what we've done is that the gym has now turned into an education centre. My wife, who was previously deputy head, has been looking up at the perspectives and all the things that we need to do to make sure that they stay on track as to what they would have done previously. If you need help with that, feel free to reach out and just say, guys, would you mind sharing your lesson plans with us? And we're more than happy to do that. This is time where everyone has to pull together. So that's what we're doing. But more importantly, on another personal note, I'm actually using this time to actually just pull back a bit and reflect and spend some time with the kids. So, previously I probably would have headed out in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, back at 5 or 6 o'clock. I'd probably get to see them for an hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon, and that's it. But now I've actually got this opportunity. So use the opportunity wisely. Use the opportunity to build that bond again with your children. No, it sounds completely daft, but it's the simplest of things, and that's why I'm actually really glad of the social cleanse. So probably removing myself off social media, may just every now and again post, but in the same respect, spend this time on building the future, and the future for me is my children. So there we have, bit of a rant, shall we say. Just quick roundup of what I've said is, if you're a property investor, don't do anything too hasty. Don't go off and start applying for 3-month mortgage breaks. The one thing I would say to you is wait until, if your payment dates are the 1st of April, for argument's sake. If your payment dates are the 1st of April, probably wait on weather the storm. We're approximately 9 days away from the 1st of April. Wait until see what happens the 1st of April. That's going to be the real test as far as I'm concerned. That the 1st of April, a tenant's going to call me and say, Arsh, I've only been paid X because I got laid off in the middle of March. And that will be a real test. And if that's the case, I'm going to say to them, guys, okay, first thing that we need to do, if you only got paid X, that means that you're under the threshold. Therefore, we can potentially assist with helping you get universal credit. So if we do fall into recession, there'll be more and more people on benefits. That goes without saying. And as people have been laid off, there will be more people on benefits. So work with your tenants. Don't let them just get into unnecessary debt where required. We're in a country that provides so much assistance, and there's so much support coming out to us at the moment. Just don't act rationally. And this is what we're seeing is happening rationally. From a business perspective, people are trying to apply for this loan and that loan and the 12-month interest-free loan. Relax. From a personal level, from an employer's level, it's been fantastic that the government has decided to assist by providing up to 80% of the wages to allow people to stay into work. But then we have to have a look at, is that 80% above or below the threshold? On a personal level, in terms of knee-jerk reaction, people going out buying all kinds of stuff that they don't need. Again, stockpiling, I've not done that. I've bought literally just what we need to get us through on a week-by-week basis. Now, you could say that's probably irresponsible from my part, but I like to think that it's a social responsible thing to do, so it allows other people to buy stuff that they need. Bit of a rant, guys. Hopefully you've taken something away from that. Feel free to comment, feel free to like it, feel free to share it, do whatever you want to do with it. But on a serious note, whatever you're doing, stay safe. Keep your family safe, keep your family secure, and no doubt I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye-bye.